We shall move on to the Bellew of the Weeks now. Andy's with us, Matty's here, so is rapping Rob Kelly. We'll go to an old favourite to lead us in. It is the Bellew of the Week, after all, named after the esteemed Tony Bellew. He's hard to find these days, but we managed to fish out some footage of him from back in the day.
Let's be totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbyn makes Valerie Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judges going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that.
I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Saturday. Is he? You fucking rat!
The gift that keeps on giving.
Simon Jordan's bitch.
He's a good lad, is Tony. He's going to feature everybody. Keep an eye out for him. But not until you've seen this one, first of all. Misfits Boxing. A first look at KSI's professional opponent, Luis Alcaraz Pineda, on the KSI Swarms undercard. Is this a joke or not? Is this a white colour fight, free to get and free drink? Cause you the fuck. What to see this? Wow. This is just putting our sport and proper boxers down. Hashtag sorry. Hashtag this can't happen. It's Isaac.
Did you put that through Google Translate by any chance? No, it's just trying to see what he was getting the fuck on about here. This I think is the hashtag. This can't happen. This can't happen. CART.
He's like Pigeon, like it's BBC Pigeon.
He's like your one mate that drinks in the fucking group chat and just starts fucking messaging on WhatsApp and all 2 o'clock in the morning. You're like, all right, man. Come on. I love you too, man.
Oh, good old Isaac. Get him on countdown, I say. Next one up here, Stacey Pearson, a new female listener, apparently, has nominated The Guard. Media Day, well underway here at the Ingle Gym. Watch the series of docs on and live event on October the 7th on the BBC iPlayer. There he is.
Doc Martens, man. Doc Martens. Fuck me. And he's got the tie-dye jeans as well and the fucking bike chain for the fucking
dungeon chain.
Dungeon chain. Aye. Fucking hell.
He's looking in decent shape, Andy, these days.
I wouldn't know, mate. I don't look at him like that. I just look at the fucking face and think, you're a wanker.
He's a fine-looking woman, is the Guard. Dominic Henry nominated this one, boxingscene.com. Eddie Hearn on Joshua tossing the belts out of the ring. I think he's lost a lot of faith in the system.
Even Ed, could you spin any more bollocks in regards to this, mate? Look, let's just get it straight here. You literally grabbed the belts off the commissioners, one of your belts to touch, by the way, walked away, started shouting, don't know what, dumped them over the fucking ropes. You're pissing off Usic's mates. Usic's looking at you as if with the fucking death stare to scare him, giving him a wee nod, kept his cool, kept his composure and his class. And his mates pick him up and take them over to the corner. Your corner, by the way, stood up on the fucking ring ropes and present them to the world to see that Alexander Usyk is the heavyweight champion of the world. You fucking mag. As Danny Dyer would say, you fucking mag.
Yes, I was going to say, Rob, sorry, Ben Russell's mentioned this as well. It wasn't Porky, but someone said this to me during the week, that he reckons when he dropped the belts, he spat on them. I don't remember seeing that. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's possible in the fever pitch state he was in. It's possible that it happened. Like, we lost faith in the system that allowed Eddie
What you saying, bro?
to pay £1 million for Charles Martin. For Charles, yeah, £1 million for Charles Martin to come over, and as Peter Fury famously said, he was looking for the fucking ground before he hit the deck. He hit the fucking jackpot, Prince Charles, man, on the way to the ring.
Walks along the surface like a god, mate.
That kind of shit from.
Oh, AJ, yeah. He's lost faith in the system. He'll be back on the app, no doubt. Toby has nominated Turtle Boob. Turtle Boob is bringing stats into the conversation. This is a way to keep them going all night. Fury Wilder 2, Fury Wilder 3. Definitive proof that stats can be chosen to support either side, says Toby. I'll be curious to see your stats to prove the other side of the argument. And then Toby went back in with a bit of logic. This one went on for quite a while. We'll not pursue it any further. There he is again. Mauricio Suleiman presenting a WBC belt or some kind of, I don't know,
I don't know who that was, to be fair, mate. I think I sent that in, to be fair, but I can't remember who he was. Looks like some sort of fucking gay wrestler that Matty likes to fucking
He doesn't look like he's WWF, Andy. He looks like, remember I took my son to the wrestling a couple of years ago, and you had like, was it General Manslaughter and the Gravedigger?
Totally Z level fucking stuff there, mate. The Gravedigger.
$1,000 man.
The Gravedigger is a monster truck.
Yeah.
The Hurt Man.
I don't know what, like, Lucha Libre wrestling isn't as popular as it once was, but like those are the guys that are like doing like flips off the top rope and shit like that. Like, it's fucking entertaining. And typically with those shows, you also get midget wrestling, so it's double bang for your buck.
Midget wrestling?
You parlaying that shit, baby?
Yeah. You don't bet on that. It's scripted, you fucking moron.
Yeah, but you still fucking... You said to me you bet on Japanese guys doing some sort of tickling thing, spitting at trees and that. You told me the other week there.
No, I bet on Russian table tennis is as far as I've been able to go.
I tell you what, would you ever bet on? You ever see the Russian World Championships for the Russian Championships for like slapping people? You ever like bet on that?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
it's fucking brutal. Hey, guys are having to put earplugs in to stop the eardrums fucking perforated and that.
Really?
It's crazy, mate.
Oh my God.
Guys are putting them gum shields to stop the teeth getting smashed. The fuck. It's fucking brutal, man.
Going to be on the zone. Be on the zone before you know it.
If it's like any other Russian sport, bet on the guy named Sergey and wing it.
Yeah, Jim McDonald boxing. So obviously he's going on about obviously like the body snatcher, about the butt snatcher.
The butt snatcher.
Danny's mate.
No, generally, man, the Gravedigger was in the one that we went to, and General Manslaughter, and I can't remember the names of the others, but yeah, I like the $1,000 man, Rob's, man. Every person's got a cost. Yeah, this is catching on, though. I tell you what, this is catching on, Andy, because look, our very own Cougs is getting involved as well.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! He's getting mask, is it? Fuck me.
The ditch whackers.
What the fuck is he doing?
Makes Callie look like the most normal person in the photo.
I suppose, mate. I suppose he's got to pay his water bill somehow. If you got to rent your arse out, you got to do what you got to do, mate.
I'd like to see somebody wrestle in Joe
Callie's
Joyce's
mask is unreal, isn't it?
Huh? Fucking state of that though, man. Fucking hell.
That's rough, innit? What were you saying, Matty?
I said that I would like to see one of those guys wrestle in Joe Joyce's headgear.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Aye. Some shopping bag he was walking around, eh? Some shopping basket he was wearing.
The Juggernaut helmet, whatever the fucking That was shit.
Right, anyway, onto your neck of the woods, Matty. Is this going to be featured on Chicks with Dig? Queen's Crest 2022. WBO title there in view. 9th, what is it? The 1st to the 9th. That would be, you Americans do it backwards, 1st of September. Queen's Cast. Any interest in this, Matt?
I doubt that's my neck of the woods, Steve. They're all fucking Asian women.
When I saw that poster, I said to myself, I've seen this one.
I wonder what Michael Montero's going to say about these chicks here.
Flip me, yeah. He's beyond Bellew the weekend, mate.
Fucking fresh off the boat, mate.
Well, it's just good to know that if this doesn't work out for them, they could always become a mail order bride.
Well, you never know. WBO, they'd take the sanction in favour of the mail order bride, no doubt. So,
come on, Rob, cuss me out. I know you went off mute to say something, even if it's too.
No, I'm big into it. I'm a big fan of as a passion of mine is watching mail order bride reality stories on YouTube about these guys getting fleeced by these ones from God knows where, like paying money to write to him and all, and like they're like sitting at home going like, she looks like Angelina Jolie, and you're like, oh man, come on the asylum super chat Sunday, come on.
Louis Theroux did a one with them, didn't he? Do you remember the guys were going over to Thailand and all?
I fucking can't get enough of that shit, man. See, if I see one of them on YouTube, I just watch it and I be there talking through it and all, commentating on the poor bastards, man.
I don't know if it's the same over there as it is over here, but there is this trend of like just horrible, awful men who no woman would ever want to fuck getting wives from the Philippines. I don't know if you have people over there that do the same. It's like, well, I got a job. No woman will touch me because I'm a douchebag. Guess I'll fucking buy a woman from fucking the Philippines.
My brother-in-law's marrying one in a couple of weeks.
But on the shows, I'm not speaking about your brother. No, but on the show, when they realise that the women have hopes and dreams of their own, they want to have lives of their own, independent lives. And all. They say, hey, I decided for this shit. Come on.
As long as hopes and dreams is all they've got, and say you'll be all right.
They all end up keeping a private calendar marking down the days until the statute allows them to be citizens and they can fuck off.
Joey Nelson's mentioned Tommy as well.
Big gay.
No, that girl loves Tommy. That girl legitimately loves the fat oaf. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we mentioned Louis Theroux earlier, which was a bit of a stretch when it comes to boxing, but apparently not. Louis Theroux was at the KSI fight last night. I just warmed to KSI's work ethic and his relationship with his fans, says Louis Theroux at ringside.
But is he like some sort of filmmaker or
He's an investigative journalist, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who didn't fucking press hard enough to find out about Jimmy Savile and all that shit, didn't he?
Or was he part of the? Did he the one that kind of brought up that U-Tree situation?
He went to live with him. We went to live with him for a while and couldn't figure out anything funky was going on.
Okay.
He's up there now with Helen Mirren, being the strangest.
The guy, it's his voice saying "When money don't jiggle, jiggle, it walk." That fucking TikTok thing, because it was off one of his documentaries from years ago. Somebody brought it back from the depths of hell.
Oh, right, okay. Look in the background there, Andy. I've just spotted. Is that Nigel Farage?
It is. It is, man.
Is he there? Was that photoshopped? What the fuck?
It is. I did it.
I just noticed that. That must be photoshopped. That.
Fucking hell. Is that Big Paul Webb? I thought he's got married there. What the fuck's he doing ringside?
Oh, it is.
To Nigel Farage.
Josh Ford says as well. I just noticed that there now.
Yeah, you think that has to be Photoshop? Just there's something with the way his head just kind of stands out a little bit.
Where's Chisora?
Right?
It's a pity Big Donny was in the call, man. He'd be wanting big Nigel Farage's fucking autograph now. He's a big fan of fucking Nigel Farage. So the Swedes, the Swedish fucking love Nigel Farage, man.
Yeah, but Donnie's feeling the own pain because all those psychos fucking took over his local political party and put him out of the ladder. So he just fucking, poor bastard, kind of built the fucking machine that destroyed him. God love him.
All right, let's move on. Donnie for Bellew of the week. Along with he'll be crying into his burritos now. Serves him right.
Spicy bean burrito, mate.
That's what he's left with. He used to be able to go to city council meetings. Now he has to eat bean burritos and cry.
AJ Wilder, with or without the belt, is bigger than Usyk Fury. Frank Smith hits back at Frank Warren. Frank Smith.
Imagine Frank Smith hitting back at anybody, man. You let your boss fucking torture you in fucking sparring sessions, you fat cunt. You fucking shut your mouth. You've got no right to speak about anybody because you're just on the payroll. Then Eddie's bidding, Marchman's bidding, and Uncle Baz's bidding. So shut your fucking mouth and be quiet.
Yeah. So apparently Farage was at that show last night.
Was he?
They said he was belting out the national anthem. He was genuinely there, yeah. It wasn't photoshopped.
Was he? He was belting out the national anthem, was he?
That's what they said, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, man. I'm surprised he didn't get fucking drop kicked for the top rope.
Was he better than Eddie last week, Andy?
I standing to fight Eddie, man. What a pawn standing like the fucking... What a knob jockey, man. Fucking hell.
Please save me, my gracious queen. I'm sorry, I'm a fucking cunt. I don't know.
No, it's not one that I sing, mate. It's the one I sing's about marmalade and jam.
Oh, yeah.
5 cheese crackers up your arsehole. Bang, 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 bang. But when you go, mate.
Yeah, here we are. Simon Jordan.
Yes.
I wasn't able to cut this, unfortunately. It wouldn't cut for some reason, so I had to give up in the end at 7 o'clock. Simon Jordan reacts to Tony Bellew's epic rant. So Tony is going in on Jordan. Jordan's going back at Tony. Tony, I assume, Andy, has stopped talking about Everton Football Club because he's never laced on the boots.
Yeah, well, mate, this is what I was going to say. It was part of my shtick tonight, actually. So obviously Bellew's come out. Was it with Coogan, I think it was, saying that Simon's a clown, hasn't laced up the gloves, hasn't done it at our level. So Jordan then comes out, comes out the AJ fan club, basically puts it back on Tony. Reduces the syllables a little bit for Tony's understanding. But what does Tony do? Tony doesn't do a Lemmy, or sorry, Lemmy doesn't he double down? Doesn't he back do it? He fucking actually apologises. So I was kind of surprised at this actually, because this is Tony Bellew can tell Simon Jordan, who's never laced up a pair of gloves before, hasn't boxed at his level before, so he shouldn't give a fucking opinion about what I do. All right. So next time, So I thought Tony actually. So Tony comes out with a kind of tweet. He's like apologising for calling him names, and I spoke to him and I apologised. So he kind of like backed down and walked it back a wee bit. So Tony must be kind of like evolving as a human being. After calling us out, calling us bums, and hasn't done it at his level. Simon Jordan hasn't done it at his level either, but he's apologising to it. So I thought that was to see Tony walk it back like that. I thought was pretty a wee bit pathetic actually, because I don't know how he's kind of like treated people in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely.
Well, I mean, you can have an opinion. I mean, you boxed a bit. I mean, you at least went into the gym and did some shit, right, Andy?
At his level. At his level.
Yeah, I know. I've not done it at Tony's level though, mate. I've not been knocked out of fucking Adonis Stevenson before. I haven't been knocked out of fucking Alexander Usyk. I haven't had a fake beef with David Hay before. That type of shit. So I'm not on Tony's level, mate. I'm a fucking box dweller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. But the Adonis Stevenson like beating the shit out of him like that, like I don't know. Has anyone ever been punched by a pimp before? Like, did it resonate with anybody? Like,
a few people, yeah.
My uncle fucking gave me a slap once.
Oh dear.
Sorry, the ATM didn't work. You son of a bitch. Leave me alone.
KSI has been nominated by Carrie Last. These guys think they can mess with me, but once they feel the power, it's dangerous, bro. I'm moving like Deontay Wilder in these streets, man. It's scary. No one wants it.
It was Deontay Wilder moving in these streets. I've not seen him for over a fucking year and a bit.
Oh no, he's coming back.
I will say you'll get to kind of see him at a higher level because there's probably a way better chance of him getting to fight Tommy Fury than there is with Jake Paul. I mean, you guys can just do that over there. He doesn't have to, nobody has to cross the fucking ocean to make that happen.
Horsecock and the boys said about Spencer Oliver. Has he been nominated already? Well, he was last week, wasn't he?
He was back. He was on Sport. He was on Talk Sport again during the week, mate. He says he was trying to back up his statement because one of the judges had it level after. I want to say it was an odd round. No, it was an odd round. And then people were like, "Well, how the fuck can you have
level after 9 rounds?
Have it level unless there's a knockdown or a point deduction?" And some cunt says, "Oh, but he didn't factor in a 10-10 round." There was not a round in there. It was fucking 10-10, man. What the fuck are you watching?
And then it was funny actually. Jordan and Jim White were sticking at the speech. It was like, "What you got to understand it? I was trying to big up Josh. I was trying to, you tell him how good he's been because he doesn't get the credit." And Jim White was just like, "That was a load of all nonsense, wasn't it, Spencer?"
I know.
It's just a load of all nonsense, wasn't it?
He doesn't get the credit, Rob, apart from the fucking 30 million quid credit notes he gets fucking sent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck, if that was me, I'd be like, fuck that credit. Fuck that credit. Give me that money.
Go to your bank account, you see about the credit you'll get out of there, mate. Fucking hell.
Got dug out by Probellum's Jim White.
The iconic sports reporter, mate. The iconic sports reporter with yellow tie. Let's strangle the cunt with that tie, by the way.
Boxing media backflip goes wrong post-fight celebration. Yeah, I tell you what, he tried the backflip and it went completely wrong. Thing is, Matty, Lopez does it.
His knees or something like that.
Gervonta Davis did a real dangerous one once, didn't he? Off the back of the ropes, and they're bound to go wrong at some point. These things.
It'd be amazing to see though, but worth the fucking pay-per-view the entrance alone, actually.
The cruciate ligament.
Yeah, but it'd be great to see like maybe like like a top end athlete just like doing something crazy like a celebration. Like you could maybe see like Joe Joyce doing like the that capoeira type dance he does towards the end of some fights, and he does his ankle, and he breaks his leg or something like that. Like, what are you fucking doing, mate? You just like spent all that fucking money.
I'm struggling for the name of the quarterback right now, but he scored a touchdown, and he either went and headbutted the goalpost or the padding around the first row of the stands, and he knocked himself the fuck out. I can't remember who it was. But
like that guy chopped the heat off then, I suppose.
Yeah, you got to watch your celebration. You want to make sure you don't injure yourself in the process there. Right?
Did anybody remember seeing that video about the football player who was in Asia somewhere, who scored a goal when he ran up to the fucking dugout and stuck his head through the perspex panel of the fucking dugout? Ran right at it, just fucking headbutted the thing. Celebration, fuck me.
Des says, I forgot the heavyweight Fort Hay balls up over the rope vault. Was that Monty Barrett done that? Tried to get over the rope. It was Barrett, wasn't it?
That's right.
When you're 240 pounds, it doesn't work too well. Like, it's just physics, dude. Come on, use your head. It's like Nassim Hamed was half your goddamn size.
Vicky Graville has nominated this one. Amir Khan says, lovely to meet Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester Old Trafford Stadium. Best known for managing Manchester United from 86 to 2013. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest football managers of all time at Man United. Heartfelt speech from Amir, which he had cut and pasted from Wikipedia.
boss. Amir Khan is unintentional comedian. He doesn't know how funny he is, by the way. He needs to be fucking cold. He needs to do some stand-up, by the way, because that typical he's Bolton's Yorkshire now, is it no? Is it near Yorkshire?
No, Lancashire. Ooh,
Lancashire, sorry.
Dangerous ground here, Andy.
Yeah, I know, but I was going to say the Yorkshire cunts are quite dry, so I'm assuming the Lancashire cunts are the same, you know, they're fucking humour, but he's unintentionally funny as old Amir, like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, to Manchester.
Social media nightmare, anyway. Like, remember he wasn't let on a plane one time, and then he was accusing his wife of fucking fancying AJ and all. And he got a fucking loose cannon on Twitter, like, did
you know, claim that AJ blasted on the face or something?
Didn't you say she looked like a mid-set fireplace?
Who said that?
I mean, I don't know. Someone allegedly.
That sounds
I don't think it was on this podcast. It might have been. I can't remember.
That sounds like me, to be honest, mate.
It may or may not have been you. I don't know.
Fucking sweating and laughing here now, man. Fuck me. Steve's sitting in his fucking basement there with that radiator on. He's looking like me. And he's sweating like fuck.
Fucking hell, man. I'll get down to 8 stone here.
In your basement.
In your basement.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, a couple of videos. Just leave me alone. Bellew wants to be left alone when he's not advertising meet and greets on the big screen at Stockport County.
Have a bucket of beers on us. Is Tony paying for that, is he? Yeah. I can hear a couple of buckets of beers, no problem.
I know a fella who'd love that advertising space, by the way.
Porky boy. Porky's on here with his Stig Hairy Chest account. Let me see you, Porky. We've got your IP address, mate. Let me see you.
I went to a match at Stockport County once. It's right next to the airport. Apparently, it's closer to Manchester than Old Trafford. Someone told me. I don't know whether that's true, but there's planes going over every second of the day. That was back in the dark Wolves days, Andy. But yeah, Stockport County, great place.
Was that the 4th Division days, mate?
No, it wasn't quite as bad as that. I think they're in the They're in what's the Championship now? Would have been about 20 years ago. But yeah, Bellew's coming to a location near you. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, possibly. Whatever and get relegated this year, Stockport County is a fucking possibility, mate. Yeah.
Exactly, just leave him alone. Right, final couple here. First of all, Boxing Block Centre was sent in to me. This guy has some interesting takes on AJ's loss to Usyk. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
The former unified heavyweight king of the universe and the only two-time unified heavyweight Rolando, where we were looking at Joshua, made a huge declaration after a second loss to Alexander Usyk. Of course, we know he's lost 3 times now, once to Andrew Jr., twice to Usyk. However, I don't see that loss. I don't see that fight. I don't see that as a loss for Joshua, because I still believe that Joshua was robbed in that fight. And whether you like it or not, you know, some people might have some things to say and stuff like that. Well, it is your own opinion. However, I've been a boxing fan for over 20 years, okay? I know what boxing is all about. And that fight right there, Usyk used some dirty tactics that, in my opinion, especially knowing that he was going to get knocked out, he called the referee to save him a couple of times after getting hit to the body by Anthony Joshua. Joshua's intention was to go in there and fight Usyk and go to the body and punish him. He did that. We all know what Usyk's reaction was. Usyk is not a warrior, bro. Usyk is a fake warrior.
Who is that fucker?
Who's that?
What is he called again? Boxing Block Centre. Should block him, I think.
Oh, mate. Fucking hell. I wish his dad had a cock block by the
Usyk's a fake warrior and Joshua was robbed, apparently. I can't remember who sent that in, but shout out to them anyway.
Embarrassing, fuck's sake.
Here, Steve, you see Matty's comment in the chat there to you?
Yeah. I've got one back for him, don't worry. We've got one back for him in a minute. First of all, shout out to the Dr. FMG, one of our Australian listeners, $7.99 he's thrown in. Can somebody tell Joe Joyce that he's not 14 stone, he's 18 stone, he's heavy, he shouldn't be doing backflips after 12 rounds.
Then you see that picture I sent on the chat, it was at the Newcastle game last week, that big fat guy trying to celebrate the fucking barriers. And he's like, he's no 14 stone, he's 18 stone and he's heavy. He couldn't fucking celebrate the goal.
I can't even do a front flip on a trampoline. I really can't have a say in this.
No say for Matty. We've got a good one in finally before I bring the boys in from Dominic Henry, who's been listening to Boxing Social videos. Shout out to Take Aim's best interviewer in the game in our chat. He didn't do this interview, but Joe Gallagher was being interviewed by somebody. And Joe had an interesting reason for one of his fighters being pulled out of their fight. You might not see this coming. Let's have a listen.
All set and prepared. I think 4 of your stablemates, or your fighters, fight on Saturday. How's preparation gone?
Yeah, really good. You've seen this morning how they've all been in doing a sharpen up session. It was 5, but Callum Thompson's had to pull out. He's been bitten by a dog and had to have a tetanus yesterday. So, yeah, we're not taking no risks.
I'm getting Jose Mourinho vibes here, by the way. I speak, I'm in very big trouble. I know what to be in big trouble.
Oh, man. Poor Joe. Fuck's sake.
Oh, good old Joe. That was a good one. Shout out to Dominic for finding that one. It is a very strong week this week. Jess gone. You're absolutely right, Jess. He, she, they, them. Right, Andy, what have you got for us that you haven't already sent in?
Got a few, mate. So, obviously, Eddie Hearn, evening Ed. For staying, I had an offer for Deontay Wilder recently. I've never even heard anything back. It was a potential fight could have been made with Dillian White. We want to make that a fight for early 2023. Well, Dillian White can make that fight in his own head if he wants because he's a promotional free agent apparently, and Wilder's going to tell you you're going to fucking spin on it. So I don't think you're going to get a response regardless, mate. So hard lines. Robert Garcia, just like obviously pointing at the obvious, but he's talked himself out of future bag money. Saying that Josh was mentally defeated after the 10th or 11th round, I think it was. So he'll be getting sacked, no doubt. This one as well I found quite weird, but I'm going to put up for Mauricio Suleiman saying that it would only be fair for Lomachenko to fight the winner of Haney against Kambosos. Then went on to say it's only fair after what he's gone through so much, just as usually went through. He went back to Ukraine and he's been supporting his country. Now he left to go train. He's going to fight in October. It would be very, very just for him to be able to fight for the championship as he did. So Lomachenko's getting the fight for a world title because his country's under siege just now. So that's basically the gist of that one. So see when people say that boxing is no fucking fair. It is actually if you just look at this fucking situation, motherfuckers. Unbelievable. And I've got one here for, I think Big Dan Raphael was calling it the WBA that Eddie Hearn picked up on. So you've got this whole clusterfuck now with WBA titles. Santa Cruz now fighting Vargas and Lee Woods fighting Mauricio Lara. Even though I don't think Lara was ranked with WBA. But anyways, Eddie Hearn says 2 brilliant fights, a mega fight, winner versus winner, to be honest. WBA pushed hard for the 2 to meet, but both camps agreed to interim fights, probably all happening in the same time frame. But Dan Raphael wasn't to be hard on that one. He says not up to the camps to agree to title fights in interim after the mandatory was ordered and both sides told the wretched WBA that it was a deal. It's up to the sanction body to determine whether its title or titles will be available, not the fighters or the promoters. And Eddie Hearn came back again saying, disagree, I think boxing wins here. Fucking hell. Simon Jordan again for calling out Bellew, Gary Neville, Spencer Oliver, just taking receipts and names and bodies fucking left, right and centre during the week there. So fair play to Simon Jordan. And another one for WBA, they announced this week that the cruiserweight title, so the Belgian kid, is it Riyad Mira? He's formally resigned as champion. So now that Arzan Goulamarian is now the WBA champion. And they proudly admitted that with the cruiserweight division now having one champion, there is now 10 divisions with only one champion by the WBA, while the plan to reduce the number of the world titles continues to move forward. This has been running for about fucking a best part of 3 and a bit years, I would imagine now. So they're fucking gradually getting there. So one for WBA again there as well, mate.
They united Europe quicker than they condensed the titles.
And one for the Zones by saying that they're increasing its annual US subscription price to $150 per year.
Woo!
That won't affect us though, just the suckers.
Yeah, mate. Team stream me all the way.
Good stuff. Thanks, Andy. I know there's a few people have sent me, including Andy, which I've cut and just forgotten to upload because they're not sitting there and they're coming to me now. I know you sent me one that I was going to read out and I just don't see it there. So sorry about that, guys. But we've had some good ones, some strong ones. Take Ames sent me one in. Just won't upload. Ames just can't get it up on a Sunday evening. You know what I mean, Matty? Just getting on a bit now. Can't quite manage it anymore.
Yeah, Michael McDermott, mate, takes me that fucking Viagra, baby. That's what you need to
do. I don't have that problem.
Mind over matter, Matty, Mind over matter, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Focus, Matty. Anybody of the week nominations?
Yeah, I have to say that got to give one to Tyson Fury for saying that Alexander Usyk, the fight wouldn't sell necessarily because he's an unknown foreigner. So I thought that was pretty good.
Good stuff. Rob, any from you, please?
Yeah. I thought last week's outburst was the most cringe thing I'd seen in boxing until I saw that matchroom video that they put out to try and salvage it. As I alluded to earlier, with the black and white footage of Eddie speaking passionately in the post-fight press conference about his run from Dillian White, from Vladimir Klitschko, to a bunch of other shit fighters, Charles Martin, Joshua fucking Parker, stinker of a fight, Takam, stinker, wobbly against Povetkin, ass beat against Ruiz, beaten by Usyk. Like, it's not that impressive. Like, stop this full fucking public salvage operation now. AJ's mental health, he's crying in the press conference. We should care about him. Rule Britannia. My DAZN fucking future hinges on this guy because Golovkin and Canelo 3 is fucking 5 years past its sell-by date. I don't know, man. It's grim times, and then you have Eddie.
Rob, you notice as well that, see, about a year ago, Eddie was saying that Joshua is still learning on the job. And now, a year later, it's like, well, he's an experienced fighter,
World silver medalist, amateur Olympic gold medalist, 2-time heavyweight champion, but learning on the job still. Oh, he's some fucking man.
And he said as well, if he beat Usyk, he would be pound for pound the number one fighter on the sport. So he's went for, like, say, a fucking ranked novice who's a 2-time world heavyweight champion in a year to be in a fucking world number one pound for pound. What a man! What a man!
And the music set behind it. It's the creepiest and weirdest video since Deontay Wilder's fucking spooky Glovegate allegations.
To this day!
To what the eye don't see, to the hand beholds. Fucking get behind Anthony Joshua. He's a great man. He is a great man. Fuck off, man, will you? Just get the guy away from the sport for a while. Let him go fucking find a rhythm and a trainer. It won't be Robert Garcia, but let him go find someone to work with and get his head right, like, and get rid of the yes men, like.
Yeah, get rid of the yes men, cut down the fucking entourage, and get the hashtag back. Road to undisputed.
Well, to be fair, he is protecting AJ, though, isn't he? Getting him away from the limelight, keeping him out the way to get his head right. You know, he's putting him on DAZN for his next 3 fights.
Yeah, simple, you snidey bastard, mate. I love it. I love it.
I've been watching
you, by the way.
I've been watching too much of the Boondocks lately, so everything I want to say about AJ would probably get us more hate mail and emails than Steve's management of the chat. So I'm just going to avoid commenting.
Mismanagement of the chat, right? Let's get on with it. Have a quick rundown before we run out of time. So we had Isaac Lowe going in on the Misfits. We had the Gad getting stuck in there. We had AJ has lost faith in the system. We had Toby going in against Turtle Boobs. We had the wrestling ones there as well. We had Chicks with Dig with the Queen's Crest. We had Louis Theroux and Nigel Farage turning up at the boxing last night. We had Frank Smith was nominated as well. We had Simon Jordan versus Bellew. KSI was nominated as well. We had the backflip guy. We had Amir Khan get nominated from Ricky Graville. And we had Just Leave Him Alone, Tony Bellew. Plus we had our friend, what do you call him again? Boxing Block Center, saying that Usyk is a fake warrior and saying AJ won. And we had Joe G's fighter having to pull out due to the dog bite. It's quite a strong week, Andy, this week. Who are you going for?
I got to go for Bellew, mate, over the Simon Jordan saga, and maybe just by extension we'll throw in Spencer Lover in there as well, and Joshua. Jordan doesn't, well, obviously he's masters, it's his talk sport, but he doesn't need access. He doesn't need to curry favour these people. He doesn't seem to like he needs to be blowing smoke up people's arses for access, that type of thing. He just calls his opinion, which we've all got. Opinions are like arseholes, we've all got one. And it's riled a few people. This is what happens. What Simon Jordan is saying and doing as such is what we've been doing for the last fucking decade. Just that we just didn't do it mainstream without the swearing and that, obviously, and that as well, you know. But what can you say? But it's just good that you see that Tony getting all worked up and calling people clowns and calling people names under the sun, that type of thing, and having to apologise for it. You know, why apologise, Tony? Sorry, Anthony. Why are you apologising? Just, that's your opinion. The man's never laced up a pair of gloves. Hasn't had a fight in his fucking puff. He's never done it at your level, so he's not allowed in a fucking opinion. That's the way you fucking. That's what you told us. So you should fucking tell him that he's not allowed an opinion because he hasn't done it at your level, mate. So until that time.
Do one, you carrots. Well said, Andy. Tony Bellew, you get nominated for his own award. It's about time. Matty, for the sheer randomness, in the spirit of Helen Mirren commenting on Joshua Franco against Andrew Maloney, I've got to go for Louis Theroux and Farage anyway, turning up at this fight last night. That's my nomination. Who are you going for?
You know, Steve, it's a week where there are a fair number of nominations, but there's not really a standout, right? There's just nothing that really bangs out of the bunch. So I'm going to have to go with whoever that twat was that said that Usyk isn't a warrior and that Joshua won the fight. I mean, you're talking about a guy that was in a war zone in Ukraine and went 12 rounds with a guy who fucking outsized him massively and came away with a victory, hurt him. That's some bullshit. Oh, it was the good doctor. Oh,
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay.
It was Boxing Block Center, BBC, no less.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
you might know.
Yeah, well, they're fucking, they're dumb.
Yep, BBC getting nominated for Matthew there. Rob, it's coming down to you here. We've got a three-way, as Matty would say. Split us.
For fuck's sake. How do you follow
like
those?
You're a member of the Wu-Tang Clan, Rob.
And the acronyms
get the strap on Rob Splitters and two, mate.
I'm going to say Eddie. I'm going to say Matchroom for that video. Like, that is abominable.
Desperation.
The worst thing I've ever seen. Abominable. Atrocious fucking attempt at recovering. Fucking why didn't, as one of the listeners said in the chat, why didn't they show the slow motion of him throwing the belts down? Pricks.
Yep. Most angry showed all night. There you go. Four-way split then. We can't split them. Congratulations to everybody for winning Bellew of the Week. Four-way split. Just as the WBA would have wanted it. That's episode 489.